wanna get high, man?
Let's stimulate your mind.
Get up, Chucky! What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
Rojan Kim?
Hello, and welcome to the Rojan Kim cast. It's me, Rojan Kim. How are you doing this week? It's December day. It's a day in December. It's one of those days. I don't know. I think it's the 11th or 12th. All right, I'll look. It's the 11th, December 11th, 2019. Heading on to 2020. The election year, the census year, the Olympic year? Is this when the Olympics are? I don't know. It's a 4 for some reason. 4. A leap year. All those years. The 4-year cycle of things that we have. Oh boy. Election time. It's going to be election fever. Election. It's about a year away and we're going to be, this is it. This is what we're doing. This whole time from now until November, it's going to be election talk, politics, impeachment, politics, Trump, not Trump. Who's going to go against Trump? Who's debating Trump? Trump debating, voting. Is it real? Is it legitimate? Russia, Ukraine, all of it. What's going on? Impeach him. He's a criminal. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Meanwhile, they're going to roll out something better than Disney Plus. Disney Plus One. Disney Plus a million. Disney Plus. Disney equals love. We need more entertainment, of course. I mean, are we not entertained? No, we are not entertained. I mean, I think everything needs to be put into the format of entertainment for us to understand, which is why I highly recommend the movie The Report on Amazon Prime, which is about the torture report. And the word torture is redacted in the title. It's clever, right? And the torture report is a movie. It's a piece of entertainment. It's fiction, I guess. Is it? It's not a documentary. It's a fixed dramatization. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of real, but it's kind of not, because like there's like dramatic moments, people being like, oh, and I'm probably, that stuff probably didn't happen like that. Dianne Feinstein is kind of painted a bit lionized, you know what I mean? Lionized, but also kind of a politician, but a very fair treatment of the senator who, look, to be fair, she did let the report come out. She did let it all, happen, but then she also let it all get redacted at the same time. She also wanted to protect the deep state, as it were, the CIA. Anyways, watch the report. It's all about how a young man played by Adam Driver, better known as Kylo Ren, how Kylo Ren is charged with investigating 6 million documents that the CIA had about torture after Dianne Feinstein learned that the CIA destroyed a bunch of videotapes. Have said torture, but they do have documents. Guess who else destroyed videotapes? Our current director of the CIA, Gina Haspel, better known as Bloody Gina, who I think was in charge of a black site in Thailand, and then mysteriously vanished some tapes, and in return for her dedication to the agency, she was promoted to the top dog, number 1. Trump did that. That's sexist. That sexist motherfucker grabbing pussies and appointing women to the number 1 spot in the CIA for destroying torture tapes. Yeah. Anyway, that part isn't in the movie at all. This is This is about Jose Rodriguez, who was another dude. Jose Rodriguez. Jesus Christ. Jose Rodriguez. Anyway, he destroyed a bunch of tapes. Angered Dianne Feinstein, started this investigation, put Kylo Ren in charge. Kylo Ren goes into the CIA. He's allowed to get this room, go through all those documents, finds out some crazy shit. I mean, just the movie is fucked up. I can only imagine what the real shit is. Like, I found the report online. You start reading some of it, and you're like, geez, what the, could you, and it's, it's dispassionate. It's, but it's just fucking anal hydrations, man. Fucking just torture, just describing torture that we did using taxpayer money that we funded. Yeah, that we did for years and years. Man, at least over 120 people full on tortured, not a single piece of information that came out of it that was useful. all the stuff about like Zero Dark 30 shit about how they use torture to get the info to get Bin Laden. That's all bullshit, man. It's fucking bullshit. It's not. I mean, that's what the movie said. Kylo Ren found that out, right? He's watching Zero Dark 30 inside of this movie and challenging it. You know what I'm saying? So really, now, because that first piece of news where we thought the torture was useful came from Zero Dark 30, right? That was sort of the function of that movie. And now here's a second movie refuting that movie, starring Kylo Ren, right? So Kylo Ren is stopping Jessica Chastain, whatever, and who the fuck, what is she again? I can't remember what she played, right? And Kylo Ren's like, no, this movie's bullshit inside of a movie, right? And at this point, why is it that Kylo Ren is telling me this and not, I don't know, Rachel Maddow, or who is the journalist that we're supposed to respect? Is there one? I don't even know their names anymore. Who's actually a good journalist now? Huh? Brian Williams, the guy who lied. Tucker Carlson, the guy with the bow tie. You got fucking trounced by Jon Stewart on Crossfire back in the day. He's looking like a good journalist. You're making him. Sean Hannity. Oh, God, Jesus Christ, what's going on? Anyways, Kylo Ren finds out that, yeah, we've been torturing a bunch of people that maybe the president didn't know, maybe they did know, maybe they didn't. But then guess what? More documentation has revealed that Nancy Pelosi was in on the briefings of enhanced interrogation techniques all the way as far back as 2002. So she knew since 2002. In 2006... impeachment came up, impeachment of Bush. And she said, And why? Why? Is it because it's on record that she was briefed about the torture back in 2002, and if she implicated Bush in a war crime, that means she would be implicated in the war crime as well? And so it's just better for all of us to look the other way and move on. So anyways, watch the report starring Kylo Ren, Annette Bening, who played the wife in American Beauty, plays Dianne Feinstein. It was decent. It's not a fucking documentary, like I said. It's not gospel. It's not the news. It's not journalism. It's a piece of entertainment, and that's the best we got regarding this whole torture thing. That's the most honest piece of media we have right now, because the news ain't reporting on this shit, right? The news is obsessed with getting Trump right now. They want to impeach Trump. They want to impeach Trump because of this phone call, he made to the president of Ukraine, where he's like, hey, why don't y'all investigate these things for me, and why don't you do that? And the president of Ukraine was like, I thought we were just chit-chatting. But meanwhile, CIA whistleblowers were like, that's a quid pro quo. He said that he would withhold military aid unless you investigated the Bidens, 2020, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Let's just take this all at face value, all right? Okay, let's just say the crime here that Trump is being charged with is that he was going to withhold military aid if Ukraine didn't run these two investigations, actually, if you look in the record. You know what those two investigations were? The first one was about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and the sweet-ass $50,000 a month job that Hunter Biden got on the Burisma Energy Board, right? That was in the past. And he wanted to look into this whole CrowdStrike thing and the connection between CrowdStrike and Manafort and the corruption investigation, and if that had anything to do with the Democrats meddling in the election, or if Ukraine knew anything about the start of the Russian collusion conspiracy, maybe that started in Ukraine or whatever. He wanted a second investigation into the past in that. So really, two investigations that have to do with the past, not 2020. The Democrats are alleging because it's Biden, it's a future political opponent, so he's trying to affect the election, but maybe Biden won't become the fucking nominee. Maybe he shouldn't because of this corruption past. I mean, it is true that there's this corruption thing. He did get his son a board job and then on this Chinese job, and then he had to fucking step down from the Chinese job because of all this heat, right? Like, isn't that corrupt in and of itself? But that's not the issue here. It's over the phone call that he made is that he withheld military aid, even though the military aid was not withheld. It actually went through. It went through. So isn't that weird? Military aid, right? That means arming, money for arms, weapons, for a war. A war? Yeah, a war being fought against Russia because Ukraine and Russia are engaged in a semi-hot war right now. There's active. In fact, we are funding the Ukrainian side, which happens to be kind of made up of far-right sort of neo-Nazi guys, because those are the guys who are against the commies. I think I explained this in an earlier episode. And then now that we're arming that, so Trump allowed this money to go ahead to arm these Nazis. Obama didn't even do that, right? Obama didn't even do that, and then Trump did. So Trump actually escalated this conflict between Ukraine and Russia, even though he's a Russian puppet, which makes no sense. But it didn't even happen. So what he's being impeached over was the intent to withhold military aid, even though he didn't withhold it. So here's what it comes down to. After watching the report, watching this fucking impeachment shit and looking, we won't impeach over torture, but we will impeach over a phone call withholding military aid. So we won't impeach for war crimes, but we will impeach if you threaten to stop the funding for them, right? we won't impeach for torturing, for an illegitimate war, for murdering civilians, but we will impeach you if you threaten to take away the money to let us do that somewhere else, right? You think the war between Ukraine and Russia is a good thing? You think civilians aren't suffering from that? You think kids aren't suffering? You think people aren't dying on both sides? Is it right that we fund far-right radicals just because it serves whatever geopolitical end to stop Russia, quote unquote, even though this whole time we've been fucking with Russia? We've been fucking with them. Why did we pull out of the nuclear treaty? Why would Trump do that if we're friends with Russia, right? Why would we pull NATO all the way up to the borders of Russia, including trying to get Ukraine as to be part of NATO? When the Cold War is over, why do you need NATO? Why do you need to put bases there surrounding, why do you need that? Doesn't matter. Trump, I hate Trump. Okay, well, if you hate Trump and you want the world to go to hell because of it, I guess that's fine, all right? That's the whole thing, right? Yeah, what law will you break? How many laws will you trample to get to the devil? And by the time you get to him, what laws will be left to protect you? Huh? And what will have you become? The devil yourself. You're like, no, I'm good. He's bad. I'm good. There's no way. Okay. Everything's retarded. I mean, that's really what it is. Everything is retarded. Everybody's retarded. The news is retarded. I'm retarded. I shouldn't say retarded. I shouldn't say it. No, I will. I'm saying it now. Okay. That's the line we've drawn in the sand. The R line. All right. Am I just talking news? I mean, it's just so ridiculous. This whole thing is so convoluted. Look, Trump did this thing where he made Jewish a nationality. People going nuts. They're like, this is like Nazi Germany trying to round us up, trying to fucking Meanwhile, I looked at the New York Times article about it. New York Times is not a biased. It is, but not biased against Trump. Biased for Trump. It's not a pro-Trump rag. New York Times doesn't really like Trump. We can admit that. Trump doesn't really like the New York Times, but secretly they love each other. Like, Trump reads the Times all the time. All he wants is to be in the Times because he's a boy from Queens. He's a boy from Queens who was never accepted in Manhattan. And if he could just get in the Times and the Times could like him, that means he might kind of could have made it, with the New York elite and socialites and stuff and maybe whatever, But nah, man, they hate Trump, dude. They fucking hate Trump. And so New York Times has an article about Trump saying how the whole point of him turning Judaism into a nationality is so that he can deny college campuses money if they allow BDS, boycott, divest, sanction, so basically groups critical of Israel's current policy, especially against Palestinians, or pro-Palestinian groups even. They could probably, you could label them as anti-Semitic. If Jews are a nationality, you can protect them as a race and label all these other groups anti-Semitic. So it's really a weird pro-Zionist Israel thing, or pro-right-wing Israel thing. It's really anti-Palestinian. It's really what it comes down. But online, you have all these people, all these Jews or non-Jews or people who white people, mostly white people, being like, "Oh, he's gonna run. Now we're not white anymore. Now we're not white anymore. Now we're not white anymore." Meanwhile, the Palestinians who've been fucked this whole time are like, "Guys, what about us?" I'm like, "Why? What? If Trump hates Jews, why did he move the embassy to Jerusalem? Why did he do that? Because that was a really big dick move to the Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? The Palestinians have been arguing this whole time they should share Jerusalem, that Israel can't just declare Jerusalem its capital because it's disputed, and that's part of it's Palestine. And the U.S. was like, nah, it's Israel. Here we go. Boom. Right? That's a big blow to the Palestinians, isn't it? Kushner, Tony Kushner is his son-in-law. Yeah. Super Zionist Jewish guy. That's more proof of his anti-Semitism, right? His virulent. Trump is the most virulent Zionist Nazi I've ever met, right? He's a Nazi who wants to exterminate the Jews, except also ensure that they have a nation given to them by God. It's a very tricky platform, but it's working for him. He's getting a lot of support. I think, people who hate Jews, people who love Israel somehow are coming together. And it's, hey, is it some kind, even retards can be geniuses at times. You know what I mean? It's like a real idiot savant kind of thing. Maybe he's just, he's just fucking skiddly scaddly, battling, and people are just like, fucking fuck the Jews and we love Israel. You know what? Fuck the Jews and the Palestinians. Fuck the Jews, Palestinians. The Palestinians are brown. Who do you like better? Okay. Anyways. I just think it's ironic, all the people yelling racism online. Meanwhile, they're just omitting the actual people who are being fucked in this whole thing, right? It's not white Jews that should be scared. It's fucking Palestinians, brown Palestinians in Palestine, people in America who support them, who support the Palestinian cause. Now they're anti-Semitic. See? It actually protects white Jews, white, and you get the privilege. Oh, so you get protected and you get the privilege of saying, "Ooh, we're being persecuted." So you get to be white and not white at the same time. What a gift you've been bestowed, huh? What a gift. God damn it. I wish I was Jewish sometimes. Yeah. Would I have made it farther in this industry? I don't know. Would I have been a man at 13? Perhaps. I had a lot of Jewish friends. I have a lot of jokes about it. Okay. Come see me then if you want to see some of it. All right. So, in summation, torture report. The report. Watch it. It's an easily digestible little piece of media that tells you about probably one of the darkest times of U.S. history. And really its relation to the times now. That's what was going on back then, and now we're here. If you would have told us back then when it all came out that Bush was torturing motherfuckers, that all the people he diverted to the National Guard and shit that he sent to Iraq, that fucked up Katrina and responses to disasters in the states because relocating the National Guard in these states to overseas combat, any of that stuff, and you told me, hey, in 15 years Trump's going to be president, and we're going to try to impeach him for trying to withhold military aid for restarting the Cold War and turning the Cold War hot, actually. Huh? What? We're torturing motherfuckers all over the planet. Actually, we stopped the torture, but we're droning them now. Now we just murder them. Why the torture, there's no information you get out of them. Kill them all. Sure, them equals, I don't know what the fuck, and they're saying it's like 90% up to 99% of the people dying are actually just civilians, and then the 1% is the target. You know what I'm saying? So they kill 100 people, the target is one. One of them was a target, and everybody else was his kids and family and friends, whatever. The party that they shot up, the wedding, whatever. That's what we do now. So either way, we've been creating our own enemy. It's either we've been torturing them, and now we just indiscriminately murder them with sky robots. There's a buddy. I can't call him a buddy. He's a comic. He's out there, right? Jeff Carasalis. He's featured in Generation Kill. He was part of the tip of the spear that invaded Iraq. And you you have a conversation, and within 5 minutes, he's just gleefully recalling war crimes. You know what I'm saying? He's just telling you how yeah, man, these guys fucking, they just busted out all these guns, laid them down, fucking at least five fucking 80 millimeter fucking guns, and just start blam, 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 shooting them indiscriminately into a village. There's civilians over there. They're just civilians, dude. They're just murdering civilians. They were all laughing. We're all laughing, having a great time. Yeah, you know? And he's not, you know, I can't judge the guy. He's not gleefully, he's laughing, but he's also in pain. You know what I'm saying? He's telling the truth. Nobody else is telling the truth about this shit. That's what we did over there. And that was at the beginning. Right? Imagine now, almost 20 years in, how fucked up the mentality of the soldiers are out there. How fucking divided, how fucking frustrated, how fucking evil shit is getting 20 years in. I mean, Nam, right? Nam was 65, 3 to 75. I mean, it was like 12 years, okay? This is fucking 19, right? Well, we declared war in Afghanistan, 2002? Fucking 18 years. 18 years? The war is as old as a person we could send to war. Huh? Isn't that interesting? Well, anyways. So, meanwhile, our entertainment, though, is top-notch. Golden Globes. People are like, what are the Golden Globes? What the fuck? The Golden Globes don't mean shit. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Who cares who wasn't nominated, who wasn't nominated? What are we doing around the world, man? Fucking, we're evil motherfuckers out there. Here, we're good. We make great entertainment. People still want to come here. We're putting people in cages for trying to come here. Okay? They're trying to get in, and we're putting them in cages. All right? Meanwhile, around the world, fucking things up. Part of the reason why we're putting people in cages is because we did go around fucking up other people's countries, including the countries of the people who are coming in here and being put in cages. But that's neither here nor there, guys. Disney Plus. Okay? Get Disney Plus. Cancel Hulu. Get the package deal. It makes more sense. $12.99 for Hulu, Disney, and ESPN. Maybe get Fight Pass. Is Fight Pass included in ESPN Plus? I don't know. I'll just pirate everything. I'll just steal it anyways. I'm not going to pay for this shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck off. Okay. Woo. Okay. Well, that was interesting rant. Watch the torture report thing. Read the torture report. I don't know. Tune in or tune out to all the shit. It all matters, and none of it matters at all. You know? That's really the thing. How about just fucking take care of yourself? Love your family. Take it. Just fucking cut some sugar out of your diet. Try to exercise regularly. Eat a vegetable or two. But watch out for lettuce because it's killing everybody right now. Huh? CDC has recalled a bunch of salad kits. Don't eat those salad kits, man. Just fucking vegetables will kill you, but eat your vegetables. Okay? All right. Please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, @RojanKim. Go to my website, rojankim.com. You can find my podcast here or there, or you can find my podcast on the Apple and the Stitcher. And otherwise, whatever, man. Fucking sign up for my email list and do whatever Rojan Kim related thing you can think of to do, and I will greatly appreciate it. Goodbye.